What is up, guys? It is the John Gaz. I'm coming at you today with another conspiracy theory. Not just that, but I am coming at you today from my bedroom. Classic. I'm not going to bore you guys too much with something that has nothing to do with the theory, but I've got to say, after being at school for 2 months and this being my first weekend home, it has been amazing. I wish I could have recorded a couple more videos for you guys while I was here, because recording from my dorm room where people are always screaming in the hallways, there's always trucks driving around outside, and there's just a lot of background noise in addition to not knowing when my roommate is going to come walking through the door and mess up the take. Recording here in a quiet setting in an environment that I'm more comfortable with, best thing ever. But enough about that. I've got an episode of Let's Talk coming out in about 2 weeks where I tell you guys a little bit more about my boring life. But that is not what this video is about. Today we are going to be talking about an It's Always Sunny conspiracy theory. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is by far one of the best comedies to have ever been on television. That's not just my opinion, that is a fact, so I strongly recommend you watch it if you haven't yet. Even though It's Always Sunny is an all-around great show, there is one episode that I think sticks out in a lot of people's minds as being one of their best. That is the episode titled The Nightman Cometh. This is, of course, the episode where Charlie Kelly puts on a musical in an attempt to impress the waitress and get her to fall in love with him. Essentially, the plot of the musical follows a character called the Little Boy as he grows up and turns into the Dayman. There's also a character called Nightman who has to pay a troll toll to get into the boy's hole. And somehow there's also a love story thrown in there where the princess falls in love with the little boy. But in the end of the play, not to spoil it for you guys, but the little boy grows up into the Dayman and all is well in the world. And if you think that sounds weird just by my description, watch the episode. Do yourself a favor and watch the episode. Now, for those of you who have seen not just the episode, but the rest of the series, you know that Charlie Kelly, the character who wrote The Nightman Cometh, as I said earlier, had a very messed up childhood. His mother was a prostitute, his uncle molested him, he doesn't even know who his real father is, and he's the result of a failed abortion. You see, according to this theory, The Nightman Cometh was not just a way for Charlie to get the waitress to fall in love with him, but it was also a way for him to channel his negative childhood memories into something positive. So it's here that we're going to take a quick look and evaluate each of the characters in the play. First, we have the character of the little boy, who's obviously supposed to represent Charlie. After all, when the character grows up, he's actually played by Charlie. The character of the Nightman, who's played by Mac, is supposed to represent Charlie's Uncle Jack. Uncle Jack is the uncle who used to molest Charlie and play wrestling with him when he was younger. And if you look at the scene where the Nightman gets into the little boy's hole, it kinda looks like a rape scene, even though Charlie insists that it's not. The princess represents the waitress, which is pretty evident because that's the character the Dayman falls in love with. And that only leaves one more character, the troll. The only real person in Charlie's life who could represent the troll is Bonnie, his mother. And here's why. So after Charlie moved out of the house, Uncle Jack started renting out his room. He's paying Charlie's mother to live in that room, hence the term renting out being used. Would it be crazy to assume that there was a time when Charlie was still a child that Uncle Jack rented out his bedroom when he needed a place to live? The rent maybe being interpreted as the troll toll? And maybe it was when he rented out Charlie's room the molestation incidents happened. Now that's one perspective, and personally the one that I'm going to subscribe to. That being said, there is a little bit more of a messed up interpretation if you want to hear it. This interpretation says that much like Charlie's mother prostituted out herself, she also prostituted Charlie to his Uncle Jack. The money that Uncle Jack paid Bonnie to molest Charlie was represented by the troll toll. So basically Bonnie, who could be represented by the troll, let Uncle Jack, who's represented by the Nightman, pay a fee, or the troll toll, to molest Charlie, or to get into the boy's hole. So that's the other interpretation, and personally, I do not believe that because it seems like Charlie's mother loves him too much to let somebody do that to Charlie. In fact, there's actually an episode where she throws a drink in Dee's face and says, "Nobody hurts my Charlie." That being said, she could be trying to make up for the fact that she was a horrible mother to him in his early years. But I digress. Those are the two interpretations of The Nightman Cometh. Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure you guys tell me what you think in the comment section down below and by hitting that thumbs up or thumbs down button. And also, if you like this theory and you want to be notified whenever I make another one, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And as always, I gotta plug my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure you guys check out all of those sites. Those are the places where I keep you guys updated on what I'm doing when I'm not making videos, and it's on those sites where I also give you a preview of what the next video is going to be. So if you don't feel like waiting a full week to figure out what the next video is going to be about, make sure you check those sites out. I've got links to every one in the description down below. That being said, whether you do all 6 of those favors or not, I appreciate you just watching up until this point in the video. As always, thank you so much for stopping by. I love you all, and stay fresh.